Spread across India and Bangladesh are the mighty Sundarbans. This is the world's largest mangrove forest. The Sundarbans are an important natural barrier against cyclones and provide a crucial habitat for a diverse range of wildlife. This unique ecosystem is home to many impressive species, from the majestic Bengal tiger to saltwater crocodiles. It also boasts an abundance of birds, mammals, reptiles, and many other animals. Many people call this place their home too. And in this video, I will be heading towards the eco-village of Tour de Sundarbans, which is nestled in the region, to spend 3 full days experiencing the magic of this place. But first, it is time to get there. Okay, the luggage is dropped off, and actually before we even get into the Sundarbans, we have about a 3.5 hour drive out of the city of Kolkata. So yeah, time to get comfortable in our vehicle. Our journey out of Kolkata takes us out of the city towards the Godkali Ghat ferry, where we'll be boarding our boat. As we leave Kolkata and pass the towns, it is still hard for me to imagine that in just a few hours, we'll be heading into the Sundarbans. The contrast just seems so surreal, to be leaving one of the biggest cities in the world and with just a few hours heading into the largest mangrove ecosystem on the planet. We've arrived at Godkali, which is the last place that we can get to before actually entering the Sundarban waterways. It feels extremely surreal to be at the Sundarbans because I've been wanting to come here for absolute ages. And the reason for that is it's the only mangrove habitat in the world that has tigers, and it is the largest mangrove area in the world. So I think this is going to be a pretty special place to be visiting for a couple of days. Thank you. Yeah, so the Sundarbans has many islands, and Gosaba, which is the island ahead of us, and it's very interesting because you have the different waterways that cross through these islands, and obviously also the mangroves and stuff. So I think this is going to be quite the interesting boat ride to go through these different rivers and creeks and stuff like that. So I'm going to sit back and relax because I think this boat ride is actually going to take quite a while. We are going through the low tide because during high tide a lot of this area floods. That's why they've got so many of the embankments to make sure that it doesn't actually flood where people are behind there. So behind me we're actually going past the forested area, and there's this big nylon net that is spanning across and it has like the skull and crossbones to warn us for danger. And that is some thick mangrove jungle, but that would never keep a tiger in. I don't think so. Maybe it's to keep us out, actually. As we continue on the boat, we start to see many red pieces of cloth strung along multiple trees. Each time someone is killed by a tiger in the Sundarbans, a red ribbon is hung on that exact spot. A daunting reminder that humans and tigers come face to face here often. We saw more of the red ropes, and actually what he's saying is that tigers here can swim up to 7 kilometers without having a break. So you can imagine that tigers can easily go from the forested area to this side where the villagers live. Look at that, the boardwalk going over the mangroves. We have finally arrived. I'm going to be staying at the eco-village from Tour de Sundarbans, and actually to get here it was like a 2-hour boat drive, and I think the last 40 minutes of that I slept because of the waving of the boat, the sunshine and stuff. So I'm happy that we've arrived, but this is so cool. We're walking over the muddy mangrove ground. Wow. Arriving at the Tour de Sundarbans eco-village is like arriving in a little paradise oasis in the middle of the mangroves. The village that houses guests is surrounded by 3 tribal villages and has a perfect location to start any adventure in this area. This place strives to provide sustainable tourism experiences, and I felt the welcoming atmosphere as soon as I stepped in. Each nook and cranny colourfully decorated with beautiful flowers and fun upcycled objects. It is so pretty, and this is my little house. Look how cute this is. Here is the beautiful artwork, and it looks like it's actually like a proper clay wall. That's so beautiful. And then in here I've got my nice big bed, thatch roof, so hope we don't have any critters. We got some candles, and then light switch and washroom. So I think I'm going to have a very comfortable few days here. So I'm going to be staying here for 3 days, 2 nights, but there are different packages that you have when you come here. You can come for a day trip where you're literally just coming in and out, or there are some people who are doing 2 days and 1 night. There's some people doing 4 days and 3 nights, but you can find a package that is interesting to you. I'll put the link to Tour de Sundarbans in my description so you can get all the information from there. But this feels like a little slice of mangrove paradise, I gotta tell you. Look at your cute little collar. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're both wearing shells. I'm wearing shells, and so is the cat.
But this place is amazing.
That was such a good lunch. Now I think it's time to just walk around this little eco village and see what is going on, because I see so many extra beautiful little spots everywhere. So let's have a look. Going on an adventure. Yeah. We gotta go through there. Oh yes, wow. Look at this hidden little oasis. Got some cool funky car over there. And this is where we're gonna have sunset later. This is just such a contrast to the busy city of Kolkata. This is, wow, I'm actually blown away. Like when we were coming in here and seeing all these mangroves and knowing how interesting this ecosystem is and what type of animals they are here, it feels a sort of unreal that I'm here now, you know? And then to stay at a place like this. While going on our little adventure, Adi and I found a swing. Although, I'm pretty sure this was not meant for 2 adults.
This is fun.
This is not meant for 2 adults. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do?
You didn't see anything.
I'm happy to say that luckily the swing could be fixed, but after that little adventure it was time to get ready for our sunset boat trip. We've just had our briefing about the Sundarbans and we're on our way to go into a boat to go and see sunset from the boat. But actually this region is extremely interesting because here there's no like specific industry. There are 3 ways of earning money or providing for family, or 3 main ways, and that is honey collection, fishermen and farming. But the honey collectors and the fishermen also have to go into the buffer zone of the forest, which is extremely dangerous. So many people during their work have been killed by tigers or crocodiles, and it's just so fascinating learning about this because there are lots of man-eating tigers in this forest, and this forest is absolutely massive. So where we are now, situated in the north part, in the beautiful Tour de Sundarbans backpackers, the eco-village, but you also have a core zone and the buffer zones. So it just gives you a bit of an idea of how massive this is. So can you imagine you having to go in here to go and get your fish or your honey or stuff like that? I can imagine that that is quite a scary process. It feels extremely beautiful to be out here on the water as the sun is going down. The sun is bright, bright pink, and we've got the sound of the villages in the background, which sounds pretty enchanting. But just being out here and knowing, you know, like how much civilization is over there, but in these forests, there are also big cats. And I feel kind of strange, especially because we're not even on a motorboat. So if one does end up swimming here, I think we will have to row a little faster. No, but it is a beautiful evening to be out on the water, and oh man, this place is magic. As the day turns into night, the colors and the atmosphere in the Sundarbans change. Temperatures drop and the hues of the evening are painted on the sky. The music and festivities audible from the villages around us. And as the sunset boat ride comes to an end, we head back to the beautiful lit up eco village for dinner and some entertainment from some of the local ladies.
তোমারি হিয়া সরে আমরা খেলবো ঝুমারি মাগো গাইবো ঝুমারি কোথায় মাহাছড়া চাচি সন্ধ্যা দিয়া সরিবো তোমারি হিয়া সরে আমরা গাইবো ঝুমারি মাগো খেলবো ঝুমারি
Oh, hi buddy. Earlier today we went onto the boat and saw the beautiful sunset. Now we are going to be heading out in the night. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to be able to see because it's very dark and we're probably going to hear a lot of music still, but let's go see. Heading out into the Sundarbans at night is a complete different feeling than the sunset. Now it is pitch black. Without the torches, we can barely see anything. But this trip does have a purpose, and that is to find the bioluminescent plankton that shines when the water is moved. However, I'm not as brave as I usually am, knowing that crocs enjoy these waters too. There's bioluminescent plankton.
Fine. Just
What do you? No, because I'm scared that something's gonna take my hand.
No,
Please.
take your hand.
I'm super scared.
Take your hand.
I'm scared.
Just do this. See. Yeah.
Oh, I see it. I'm sorry for making you wait. I'm really scared to touch the water.
You see this?
Yes, I see it. No, just stop. Don't do that.
There was something there. There's something there, yeah.
There's something there?
Yeah.
Something there?
Yeah, I guess. I touched something. Oh, maybe it was a plant.
Oh my god.
Okay, switch it.
What is it?
This is a Jupiter. The shiniest one.
Oh, the shiniest one is Jupiter?
Yep.
That's similar.
And this cluster, where's the cluster? Is that one, right?
I can actually see Jupiter with my camera. What?
Yep.
You okay?
Yep. When we went out, we were sort of wondering what we would be able to see at night here. But that was so nice. They told us to lay down on the boat and just wait. So we did. And eventually you go into the trance of that boat, swaying left and right. The person, rowing the boat, you can hear the creaking of the wood. And then we saw a shooting star. We ended up in the mangroves and saw the bioluminescent plankton. There were crabs in the tree, and now all this music, what I did come to realize is because of the festivals that have been going on. So if we were here maybe a week later, it would have been more quiet. But still it added, I don't know, somehow to the whole experience, hearing that music and then hearing the creaking and then hearing the flowing of the boats. Wow, this was very nice. Good morning, world. Listen to all the birds. Today is a special day, and that is we are heading into the Sundarbans forest. We're going to be spending the whole day in this forest. We're getting onto the boat now 5 minutes at 6:30 a.m. and apparently we're only going to be back around 5:30 p.m. So I know that the chances are slim that we're going to see a tiger in the mangroves today in the Sundarbans forest. But I'm still excited to see what other animals we can see and just having that whole experience out there on this boat, on the water. Yeah, I really cannot wait. Thank you. Very nice. The boat is ready. That means we're going to the forest. It is very slippery. Okay, wait, I got mud on my hands. Okay. Welcome aboard. Well, the sun has definitely made its appearance, and earlier on there was a little nice cool breeze, but I'm not sure for how long that is going to last because yesterday it was also super hot. So I'm going to enjoy the cool breeze as it comes and be very grateful for it because soon that pleasant breeze is going to be over. Once we are all aboard, it is time to head towards the protected Sundarbans Tiger Reserve. The only way to explore this area is with special permits and by boat. Once we pick up our guide, we get our briefing and the instructions to all keep our eyes wide open, as doing a safari from a large waterway is of course very different than by vehicle. So actually going on a safari here through the Sundarbans is very different than if you'd be in Ranthambore or Jim Corbett or something like this, because here you're actually on the boat and this is what you're looking into, like the very thick and dense mangroves. So if you wanted to see a tiger, you would have to hope that the temperatures are like very hot and they would be like bathing on the edges here. But yeah, it's a completely different experience because you're not going through all the different landscapes. You're staying on the waterways and you're just checking out the mangroves. But still, it's a quite a unique experience to be doing it like this. Oh my goodness. This looks amazing. So we got cauliflower and potato curry, we've got some sweet stuff, and puri, which looks very nice for dipping. As we enjoy our delicious breakfast, we start heading deeper into the waterways of the Sundarbans. One of the main reasons for people to visit this area is because of the tigers. It is estimated that there are just over 100 tigers in the Indian Sundarbans, and the Sundarbans tigers are the only tigers in the world to live in the mangroves. These tigers are, however, notorious man-eaters. Over generations, these tigers have become very accustomed to humans, and it is believed the man-eating trait has been passed down through generations. It is also believed that the tigers have a shorter lifespan and tend to be more aggressive because of drinking saline water and not fresh water. Due to the way locals get their livelihood through fishing, farming and honey collection, attacks are quite frequent here. But despite this, locals have a deep respect for the tigers, and the tigers' main prey are actually the deers. But despite our hopes obviously being high to see a big cat, no sightings have been made in the last 3 days, so I'm trying to keep my excitement at bay. Luckily, the Sundarbans are home to many other species of wildlife and is a birder's absolute heaven for bird spotting. We have been out on the boat for around 5 hours now, and this is also the point that my energy keeps dipping as I'm sitting down, because when I'm sitting down, that whole like calmingness of being on the boat gets me, and I have fallen asleep a couple of times, but still it's really nice, and it's nice that there's a little bit of a breeze now because it takes away from some of the heat. But man, look at that.
Are you going to solve this? Are you going to solve it?
First you want tourism.
Blue?
That's yellow.
Oh, yellow and blue crab.
Yeah.
Well, we've made it onto land. We are at the Dubanki camp and we're heading off to a watchtower, which is actually quite nice because it feels so great to be able to stretch the legs after sitting on the boat for so long. But apparently at the end of this, we have the watchtower, and this overlooks a freshwater pond. And obviously animals are going to enjoy drinking the fresh water because here a lot of the water that they drink is that semi-saline, salt water, and also that affects their life expectancy, so it can be quite nice for them to be able to get some fresh water. But yeah, this is in the camp. I think that usually with a high tide it wouldn't be so dry and maybe it would reach closer to our walkway. But yeah, nice to stretch the legs. Okay, well, we made it to the watchtower, but there's so much noise that's been made, I don't think we're going to see anything. But these guys saw a tiger swimming across the river like 10 minutes before us.
After that, when the boat was moving very fast.
Oh, it took the turn. That's when they saw it.
That time the boy was saying, "Bag, bag." He was saying something.
He was saying something. He was saying
was
something.
shouting,
But
"Bag,
we
bag,
thought there is a crocodile. We just 2 minutes behind of them. The tiger just crossed one canal from other.
Oh, wow. They are very lucky. They are very lucky. Now I am wanting everybody to keep their eyes open, like wide. Nobody is sleeping anymore. I'm not sleeping. Nobody's sleeping anymore. On the way back. Despite not seeing the tiger, look how beautiful this mangrove is. It is just so beautifully green and vast. As we headed back to the boat, we got the information that another boat had spotted 3 tigers swimming across the river. I would be lying if I said I wasn't slightly disappointed that we had not seen them. But the Sundarbans are not just about the tigers. The Sundarbans itself is such a beautifully vast and magical place. This ecosystem faces a lot of threats, yet there is so much abundance, so to actually be here in its presence feels very special. Sitting on a boat with good company, good food, amazing views, and even getting a toilet with a view, I am happy. But as this long day on the water comes to an end, it is time to head back to the eco-village. It is a beautiful and grey and cooler morning here in the Tour de Sundarbans eco-village, and it is also time to leave this place, and I'm leaving with a little bit of my heart because this really feels like a little piece of oasis in the middle of the Sundarbans. I had such a lovely stay, and really the Sundarbans is such a different type of ecosystem that I have visited before, at least going on safaris through, and it was really cool being out on the water, on the boat with everybody, keeping your eyes peeled to try and see a tiger, a crocodile, anything, and then coming back to this place where you just have such a quirky area to stay in. There are so many little things to look at, and the atmosphere is really, really good. So, like I said, I'll leave the link in the description if you would like to come here as well. But of course, I also hope to see you in my next video. So if you do not want to miss the next one, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when the video comes out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.